Welcome back to the channel. My name is June. Today I want to continue my talk on the Jolyan and Melissa Silvera saga that is now playing out in Jamaica and by extension on the world stage. The social media platforms are all abuzz with many of the tales and titles for this one important saga. But people, is it really a Jolyan and Melissa saga? Or should I say Jolyan Silvera tale? Because most certainly it is a tale being told by the mouths of many. In a previous video, I asked the question, who silenced Melissa Silvera? I asked because the narratives, I dare say, were and still are many, and boy, are the stories differing. Mr. Silvera is in custody, being charged for the murder of his wife Melissa. His first court appearance, oh boy, was rather dramatic. Can you believe that in my country, Jamaica, in this day and age of 2024, the learned magistrate, Justice Vinette Graham Allen, denied the public presence in court. This denial was against the media, other journalists, and even family members of the accused. The crowd cried foul. What kind of nonsense is this? There was a very loud outcry of, or by many persons who had found themselves at the circuit court division of the gun court to hear firsthand the outline of the case against Mr. Silvera. For one, he's a prominent public figure. Oh yes, very prominent member of the Jamaican society, a representative at the Member of Parliament level in the past, and was seeking to represent his party in the soon-to-be announced elections. For other persons, their presence was just to have a look at this person, Mr. Jolyan Silvera. Many of us got the news that the abdominal shots that his wife received were entered via her vaginal orifice. This news of savagery was not taken lightly, nor with a grain of salt. Rather, it was vehemently received. Many, including myself, are still grappling such information with the hope that it is only an allegation. Yeah, we are thinking, or we are hoping that, hey, these vaginal shots, the news that we are getting here in the public domain, we are hoping that, oh no, it is false. We can't bring ourselves to believe that this act so gruesome was really committed. Not even to say against a female, but any kind of penetrating bullets or shots from a bullet or however it is put, I don't know how to put it, must be gruesome. It doesn't matter which orifice. So many of us were thinking, that, hey, look, we need to see who this person is, who they say had done such gruesome act. And we were quite upset, with the news that, the journalists and social media journalists and other persons who want to see and hear were not allowed to enter the court room to hear firsthand what was happening. And so the public cried out. Yeah, there was a loud outcry. But according to a lead story in the Gleaner, dated Monday, January 29, 2024, titled Judiciary Says Judge in the Jolyan Silvera murder case acted within the law in barring the media and family members from being present for his first court appearance last week. So, that's the story on that. She acted within the law. It is argued that with Silvera being charged with murder and the offense of using a firearm to commit a felony, this activates provision under Section 13(1) of the Gun Court Act, which states that in the interest of public safety or public order, no person shall be present at any sitting of the court except members and officers of the court and any constable or other security personnel required by the court, B. Parties to the case before the court, their attorneys, and witness giving or having their evidence, and other persons directly concerned with the case, and so on. We are silenced by this bit of knowledge about the laws of our country. We can't go around that. That's what the law says, and that's what we have to go with. So moving along, while listening to a video from a channel named Royal Jamaican Karen Cecilia Cross. Yeah, she did a live, but I watched the video after. The video is titled Melissa Silvera, the cover-up that failed. In the video, she informed us that the police who went to the crime scene took pictures, and that among those pictures was a spent shell from one of the bullets that entered Melissa's body. Recall that earlier I mentioned that the bullets entered her body through her vaginal orifice. So this is part of the information, or some of the information that is on the street. Snippets of information, right? In the media are that she was firstly drugged, then shot with bullets through, as we said, through her vaginal orifice. I don't know if all 2 bullets or all 3 bullets went through that route, entered the body via that route. I don't know, because we are only speaking on hearsay. We have no information as to the case as it was outlined in court, and we surely don't have any information on the evidences that are out there. Let me hasten to correct that statement when I said we don't, because there are persons out there who claim that they do have a lot of information. Well, I should say I don't. Going back to Royal Jamaican Karen Cecilia Cross's video. Yes, she spoke about a particular type of bullet that was used on Melissa, and it was the hollow point bullet. I don't know anything about ballistic and firearm and all these things, so I was, quite intrigued to learn of this type of bullet. So she states that the bullet that was used is was a hollow point bullet, and that this type of bullet was banned from being used in warfare since the 1800s. So no country uses this type of bullet in warfare anymore. You can go listen to her piece on her channel. Yeah, she has much information on this case, or this saga, the Jolyan Silvera, Melissa Silvera saga. She'll explain a lot in details about these hollow point bullets. My point though, or my thoughts though, are still in the form of questions. Why did Melissa stay in this tumultuous marriage? Because news on the street was that, or is that, it was a marriage that even before the wedding took place, the marriage had broken down, if you know what I mean. But yet she stayed until her death. And another question is, who really silenced Melissa, if not Jolyan Silvera? Another question is, why was it important to have her dismissed, to silence her? Why was she better being silent than being alive? We will have to follow this one closely. Many alleged lies are in the media. I can only speak from a point of allegedly. It is alleged that he changed gun barrel, and if so, I would ask why. Spent shells, hey, in the police's photograph, where did those come from, if not from the crime scene? The shots from this hollow point bullet, they did not fragment as they should. They came out very well, so the ballistic proof, as they would say, is intact. Who changed the gun barrel? And why wasn't the Firearm Licensing Authority, the FLA, informed? A lot of questions. But Importantly, who silenced Melissa? Because I'm sure that Mr. Jolyan is gonna plea innocent. Yeah? So if he's innocent, then who was the person or persons who silenced her? I don't know. This is a story, big story in our country right now. And my questions are asked just like anybody else's questions. I don't have the answers. I am not really searching for answer, but this case is gonna be a very, very interesting one. So we'll wait and see how it plays out. There are many videos on the topic, Melissa and Jolyan, Jolyan and Melissa, what is being covered up, who else might be involved, blah 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 blah. Many videos are out there, so we can choose to watch any and many and to see whether or not we can, glean some type of useful information from them. This is where I leave you on this one. We'll follow this one closely. I'll keep you updated. My name is June, and I'm sending you love as usual. Much love from Jamaica. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay focused.